All right, Tony, we're going to cap off today's crossover Thursday. Locked on Titans, Locked on Jags. Thank you for making us your first listen each and every day. Looking at the keys to victory in this game, obviously you're conflicted on whether they should want to get a victory in this game or not. But we'll just say, if Jacksonville is able to win on the road against the Titans here, what do you think has to happen?
They have to get off to a fast start, and that's something that they haven't done for the most of this year. They never score a touchdown on their first possession. I think they have to get off to a fast start and establish the two-headed monster at running back. They started doing it a little bit in the second half, even though last week they didn't get 100 yards, but it was the way they committed to it down the stretch after Trevor Lawrence got hurt. You saw them on first and second down continue to put themselves in third and short, and they started to convert. The Jaguars just don't stay on the field long enough, and they keep their defense on the field too much, and they wait too long to find Brian Thomas Jr. I think when you have a guy like that, you don't just play and just go, okay, you go through your progression. No. When you have a dude that good, you have to come out and be very, very intentional and look for him early and force him on to make the other team make an adjustment. So they have to do something they haven't done all year. They have to maintain possessions, convert third downs, and commit to the run early enough to get off to a good start. And I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, based on the way the Titans played run defense last week, giving up about 270 to Washington, can't rule it out. But it's funny because my keys to victory for the Titans are kind of similar here. After the way they started last week, they were down 28-0 before I could open up my pop can, like it was crazy how quick they got down. So for the Titans, it's also, you got to start fast. And it's not just about this game and getting out to a good start. You could say that for every team every week. But after the way they started last game, if they were to get down 10-0 to Jacksonville or something like that early, all of those feelings that they had from last week against Washington are going to come back. Like, we weren't prepared. We can't get out of the hole. Oh no, here it goes again. Like, they just can't have those feelings come back, because then it's not just we're down in one game. You feel like you're down, 52-19 in 2 weeks. So it just compounds that way. So the Titans need to get out to a fast start and kind of wash away the sins of last week early on to let them forget about that no matter what happens. And also, the Titans got to run the football. Like, if you get in third and long, what is the big strength of Jacksonville's defense? Those edge rushers.
Yep.
If you let Josh Allen Hines and is it Josh Hines Allen or Josh Allen Hines?
Yeah, it's Hines Allen. Just think, kept up first, even though they didn't spell it like that. Just Hines. Yeah. THA. How about that?
Okay. I got to tell you, I know that he did it for good reasons. Yeah. But haven't we learned that changing your name midway through your career is just never good? Like, look at my guy Leonard over in Indianapolis. I mean, it's just never a good thing. But anyway, Josh Hines Allen and Travon Walker are going to destroy whoever plays at right tackle for the Tennessee Titans, whether it's NPF or Leroy Watson, if they get in third and longs and they can pin their ears back and go to work. And Jacksonville likes to play man coverage, if I'm not mistaken. That's like what they like to do. And the Titans have struggled against man coverage this year because Calvin Ridley is the only separator that they have on the team. If it's zone coverage, then Nick Westbrook-Akine can sit in the zone because he's a smart player. And Tyler Boyd, who's 30 years old, can sit in the zone and make a play. But like against man coverage, Tyler Boyd and NWI are not great. And then you can put too much attention on Calvin Ridley. So you got to make sure that you stay out of third and long for multiple reasons. And that starts with running the football. And the Titans barely ran the ball at all last week because they were down so quick, so early. They just had to start throwing the ball. And that's not where you're going to get the best out of Will Levis either. Keeping him in play action, keeping him in third and short where he doesn't need a ton of time in the pocket, that's key. And then finally for me, it's turnovers. I think the Titans are a better football team right now than Jacksonville. And with Mac Jones instead of Trevor Lawrence, that makes Jacksonville just a tick worse. I don't think Mac Jones is a terrible backup by any means, but the great equalizer in a lot of games with a team that's a little bit better than another team or a lot better is turnovers. That'll always be the great equalizer in football. So if the Titans turn over the ball and give Jacksonville short fields and don't take advantage of their offensive possessions, and like you said, time of possession, let Jacksonville's defense rest while the Jags offense stays on the field too often, that's just going to kill the Titans. So for me, it's start fast, get back to running the football, And I don't even think the Titans got to win the turnover battle. They just can't lose it in this game. And they should be able to get to a win.
I agree with you. I think it's going to come down to that, and I think y'all going to execute and do it because the Jaguars are just this year, man, they lost so many close games, but they're 2-10. After a while, no matter how many of them are close, you just go, that's just who they are. They're going to find a way. So it's not me being overly pessimistic. It's just that I just believe the Jaguars are going to show me who they are, and they show you who they are every week. And they're 2-10. They're going to be 2-11 after this week.
Yeah, and I think also one big factor here that I've talked about a little bit this week on the show is the Titans need to win this game for morale. Like, they have a first-year head coach that is going to be back next year, and they need this. The Jags are going to fire their coach after the year, and they're going to have a new coach, and they're going to restart the culture in that way. So losing this game means more for the Titans than it does the Jags in terms of what it means for the future. So from that perspective, I think the Titans have to win this game, and they will operate as such.